If you're looking for a premium, high-performance mini-PC, then the M2 Max Studio might seem to be the obvious choice. However, when you think of a high-end machine, you want a respectable amount of storage, RAM, and performance. The base Max Studio has only a 512GB SSD, and at the $2,000 starting price, that's not exactly a great value. In comparison, the Minisforum UM790 Pro is a much better offer. It offers the Ryzen 9 7940HS, a CPU that's comparable with the Apple M2 Max, a 1TB SSD, and 64GB of DDR5 memory, all for less than half the price of the base Mac Studio. It runs Windows, and it's a great machine for gaming. The 7940HS has 8 cores and 16 threads, and the Radeon 780M integrated GPU can boost up to 2.7 GHz. This means that it's capable of handling most modern games at 1080p, 60fps with medium to high settings. Not bad at all for a tiny machine. Other than gaming, the high-end CPU and graphics combo means that this machine is also great for video editing. The 7940HS performs great in Premiere Pro, and performance is almost as good as Apple's M2 Max chip. However, the CPU can run a bit hot. At maximum load, it can reach a temperature of up to 90 degrees Celsius. While that's within the operating temperature, it's still quite hot for a system that only draws 65 watts of power. Fortunately, the fan inside doesn't get too loud and prevents thermal throttling. Another plus point with this machine is the abundance of ports. You get 2 HDMI 2.1 ports that are capable of a 4K output at 144 Hz, 2 USB-C 40GB per second ports, 2.5GB Ethernet, 4 USB-A ports, and a headphone jack. However, the 2 USB-C ports are poorly placed at the front. If you want to plug in a monitor with USB-C, you'll have to route it from the front and somehow avoid blocking the headphone jack or power button. Minisforum also offers a bare-bones version of this PC, and that only includes the chassis, the CPU, and the integrated graphics. If you have a RAM kit and SSD lying around, you could very well save yourself a lot of money by going the bare-bones route. Finally, the best part about this PC is that it's future-proof and upgradable. It already comes with 64GB of DDR5 memory and a 1TB SSD, but you could swap the SSD and RAM out for higher capacity versions down the line. At this price, though, there are a few competitors. The closest one is the Beelink SER7 Mini PC. That PC offers a slightly lower price, but also slightly weaker processor, the Ryzen 7 7840HS. However, in most cases, the performance difference isn't that high. The SER7 loses out, though, because of the lower amount of RAM and the fact that it only has one USB 4 port. It also lacks a bare-bones option. All in all, if you want excellent performance and the ability to upgrade, the UM790 Pro is the best choice. It runs a bit hot, and 2 USB-C ports at the front are placed poorly, but neither of those aspects is a deal-breaker. Simply considering the price-to-performance ratio, this is one of the best mini-PCs that money can buy. To sum up, what I like is the surprisingly great graphical performance. It's easy to repair and upgrade, there are plenty of ports, and the sleek and minimal design. On the downside, it runs a bit hot, and USB-C ports are poorly placed. Ratings: Design and Aesthetics, 8 out of 10. Performance, 9 out of 10. Connectivity, 9 out of 10. Value for money, 9.5 out of 10. And for an overall rating of 9 out of 10.